Yo, what up, peoples? Welcome back to another episode of Burning Through the Beats. I'm your host, Burnt Bacharach. I'm sorry about the delay for getting back to another episode, but I've got a bad habit of plugging my laptop power cord into things that it doesn't belong with, and it pretty much rendered my laptop useless for a couple weeks. But I'm back now, and I got this sample that I chopped up, and I wanted to make a beat with it for y'all. The copyright police been cracking down on me, so when I play it for you, it's sped up a little bit. And here's what I got. Here's what I start with.
We said it's all over. We should go our separate ways.
So I cut up 8 bars of it, and I was messing around with it, and came up with this part for the first part. So I start by tapping in the tempo of that. End up somewhere around, it looks like 90 and a half, and I put that part in there. Screwed up. One more time. So that's cool. I named that track Sample, and we are going to go to a new track, start a new program, name it Drums, and we're going to go look for some drums. Start with that hi-hat. I like that kick. Let's go find a snare. Alright, so let's put these drums in here. I'm going to name this track Kick. Name that track Snare. I'm going to go to the next track, name it Hi-Hat. Put that in there. Cool with that. I'm going to start by turning that hi-hat down a little bit. And one other thing I'm going to do is go across that drum program, and I'm going to put a decimator across it. And we're just going to make the drums a little more lo-fi-ish. Load that up, play that. without it, and with it. So it's subtle, but it just makes the drums sit in there a little bit better. Next thing I'm going to do is go across this program, the sample program, and we're going to select all zones, and we're going to put a low pass filter across the sample to make the drums pop out a little bit more, take off a little bit of the high end. Then we are going to copy this sample track to a new track, and we're going to go to that track, and we're going to duplicate the program. And we're going to name this new program bass, and we're going to name the new track bass. And we are going to mute that for a second and go back to the sample program, and across that program, we are going to apply this air kill EQ. And what we're attempting to do here is we're going to split this sample into highs and low end, and so that we can control the balance. There's just not a lot of bass. There are bass frequencies, but they're not nearly as loud as the high end. So we want to control them independently. So we're just going to take out the low end with the kill filter. It kills everything that you hit the kill on. So there's just the highs, high and mid range, full range, just the bass. So we just want to kill the bass. And that's cool. So then we're going to go do kind of the opposite to the bass program. We're going to apply this kill EQ. And we are going to kill the mids and highs on. So then we only have low end. Turn that up. Next one I'm going to do is I'm going to go across that bass track, and I'm going to apply the lo-fi plug-in. Add some noise to it. I made it 8 bits, sample rate, 16 kilohertz. Here's without it, and with it. Might also go to that program and put a low pass filter across it just to give the high end of the low end, if that makes sense, the highest register of the low end a little bit more character to make it stand out and have a little bit more edge to it. So we're going to do that. Another thing that I'm going to do is go across this snare track, and I'm going to go to the effects of it, and we are going to apply the Mother Ducker input, and that automatically is set to bus 1, and we're going to go to the sample program, and we're going to put the Mother Ducker with bus 1 feeding it so that the snare is ducking the sample, just make a little bit more room for the snare. I like a quick attack and a medium release of like 30 to 40, wherever it feels good when the snare's in there, and we'll play it and then we'll make adjustments. So here is with it, here's without it. Just feels like the snare and the sample are competing for the same room. One last thing I may do is go across that sample program, and we're just going to try to get a little bit more low end out of it. So we're going to apply a high pass filter, and we're going to use some resonance with that. First, let's try one other thing. Let's try the MPC 60. Sometimes it thickens things up nice, so let's just hear that. I like that. Let's try the high pass filter as well. We're going to set the frequency all the way down, set some resonance up on it, and then sweep the frequency until we hear it get fatter. So there, I hear it, and I want to back the resonance down until it sounds better. Turn that snare up just a touch. Alright, so we got that part. We are going to duplicate this part. We're going to take it to a new sequence. And we're going to go back and name that part intro. And we're going to name the new part verse. Where'd I put that? I copied it to the wrong place. Let me copy it to a different place, make it right. So 1, intro, copy the intro, or move it to 2, and we're going to go to 2 and name it verse. And we're going to mute the bass track, and we're going to go to the second bank of samples, and I had this part. So we're going to put that in there. And we're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. We're going to copy that track to 5, name 5 bass, and change it to our bass program, and then we have the same bass part. So that's cool. I like that. Let's copy this intro part over to number 3, and we're going to name it hook. And we're going to go back to the first program, and we're going to kill the drums. Might even kill the bass. Here's what we come up with. So me and my boy Chef Mike put out this mixtape, Cheap Gas. You can find the video, the whole tape on my channel. Should be the last upload. Check it out. I got a couple extras to give away. If somebody wants to comment below, I'll give the first 2 correct comments of who they think my favorite producer is. First 2 comments of my current favorite hip-hop producer, I'll send you a couple tapes, or I'll send you a tape. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you're rocking with this beat. I'm gonna let it ride out. You guys have a good week. Peace.